So we're going to go ahead and just do two more where we actually graph those pieces of information. So we're actually not graphing the actual function, just those pieces. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and still find the same information. So we factor, so x squared minus 1 is x minus 1x plus 1. The denominator, we're going to have to do grouping method on that. I'm going to do it down here in fact. So 3 times 4 is negative 12. Factors of negative 12 there that add up to negative 1 are negative 4 and 3. So I'll go ahead and do my factoring method, grouping method, split it up. Greatest common factor of the first pair is x, and I have 3x minus 4. Greatest common factor of the second pair is 1, and it's still 3x minus 4. So this factors down to 3x minus 4x plus 1. Okay, so notice there is something common on top and bottom. That's a huge indication that we have a whole. And the whole would be the 0 of that common factor, so negative 1. So we cross that out. You get x minus 1 over 3x minus 4. Oop, there we go. And to find the y value, we're going to plug negative 1 in to the simplified. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. And then we have negative 3 minus 4, which is negative 7. So this is positive 2/7. So there's the whole. So the way you plot a whole is you go, you go to negative 1, and then you just go to roughly where 2/7 is, and you just put an open circle there. Okay, so for this, we've got a vertical asymptote at, if you solve this, add 4 and divide by 3, you get a vertical asymptote at, 4 over 3, 4/3. So that's 1 1/3. So just kind of go roughly at 1 1/3 and draw a vertical asymptote. And then the x-intercept, if you recall, I'm going to erase all this. Our x-intercept would be at 1 0, and because that's the 0 of that, so that's right here. And that's all you need to do, just plot all of those. So let's do another one of those. So this problem, I'm going to factor the top. That's the perfect cubes factoring. So we've got x minus 2 and then x squared plus, we do our AB, so 2x, plus b squared, so 4. The bottom one, once again, you do your lightning bolt, or whatever you want to call it. So we have, but when you eventually factor, you get 2x minus 3x minus 2. So once again, there is a whole. So we'll find the whole first. So our whole is at 2, and then we've got to simplify for 2x minus 3. So we're going to simplify that and then plug in 2. So we have 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 4. All of that over 2 times 2 minus 3. So the bottom will be 1. 2 squared is 4, so 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So this is 12. So I'm going to go over to 2 and then up 12, which is way up there. And that's okay. Just pretend this is 212, and I'll just put a hole. Vertical asymptote, if you set that equal to 0, you get x equals 3 over 2, or 1 1/2. So 1 1/2 is right here, so I'm going to put a dotted line at 1 1/2. As for x-intercept, you would have to use quadratic formula for this. So x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a. Here's the deal though. This part right here is negative, so you're going to have an imaginary solution. And remember, we get rid of imaginary solutions. So there are no x-intercepts for this problem. So that's all you'd have to do.